Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you to be here for this General Assembly of ETP Nanomedicine. So I'm Laurent Levy, the CEO and one of the co-founders of Nanobiotix. A short history about us. We have been created 7 years ago, and we are a spin-off from State University of New York at Buffalo. And we work on something that may be different from what you have heard today. It's not drug delivery, not nanodiagnostic, not contrast agent. That's nanoparticle that can be itself the active principle. So we work in Paris. We have 27 employees today, and mostly we have been funded by VCs, European VCs, and have secured around 25 million euros since the creation. What we work in? We're working in the medicine, but more specifically, we're working in the radiotherapy area. You know that radiotherapy is a really widely used treatment for cancer. We can say the second most used treatment right after surgery and largely ahead to a pharmaceutical product. But even if radiotherapy is widely used, there is still a huge limitation in what you can call a benefit over risk ratio. And how to understand the limitation of radiotherapy is kind of simple. At the end, you want to irradiate a tumor, and to irradiate a tumor, you need to cross healthy tissue. And therefore, you will also give a dose to healthy tissue and potentially create damage and side effect. So, as any radio-oncologist will tell you, we are always limited by what we can put within the tumor. And any product that can improve the dose within the tumor without increasing the dose in healthy tissue could be beneficial for patients. And that's exactly what we are doing at Nanobiotix. We have developed a simple concept, nanoparticle, crystalline, inorganic, that have been designed to absorb X-ray and to locally deliver a high dose. Those nanoparticles are physically based effect. That's not biological, not based, as you have seen for different drugs, on molecular interaction. And it works with all equipment, standard equipment. And what is very important, it does not change the medical practice. Of course, we have asked to radio-oncologists and also to medical oncologists what do they think about the product. We have made an independent marketing studies, and they have defined that the potential market for our pipeline should be between 400 million and 6 billion, depending on the benefit that we could bring to patients. But at the end, the market is one thing. What we need to take care of is how this product could be accepted, could be used by the medical community. And what they say, what they seem to say about this technology is that that should be the next logical step of radiotherapy. And if it works, that should bring tremendous benefit in cancer treatment. So that's the potential pipeline that we could develop. But as you know, we are a small company, and that's too big for us. So, as every SMEs, we are really focused on one thing, and we are going to start with a single clinical trial at Institut Gustave Roussy. Just few news, last news about our company. We have recently raised a third round of funding of $11 million. Something that was painful for the company is the whole GMP manufacturing process that is now established. And shortly, in the coming months, we are going to launch our first clinical trial. And what we have seen nowadays is that our technology is attracting more and more interest from the medical community. So I have been asked to not present exactly what we are doing, but what we have learned. So a short history about our technology. I won't go all over the detail because that's too long and not that short, finally. We thought about this, let's say 10 years ago, and then we developed the first viable prototype 5 years ago, and now we are on our way to clinical trial. So what we could remember about what we have developed is that from concept to patient, it can take 10 years, and from a prototype to a patient, it can take 5 years more, a little bit less, but at the end, that's a lot of money, a lot of effort. So can we do it faster? I am not sure of it, really. Can we do it more efficiently? Certainly. Just now, a few things we have learned over time, and that potentially, if we have known all this before we started, it would have been beneficial for the company. So a few things we have already talked about today, so I won't go over. Nanomedicine, it's nano applied to medicine. We all agree on this aspect. But something which is important and also has been mentioned is that any product for healthcare should definitely answer an unmet medical need. And if possible, shared by many. It's a question of market. So what about nanomedicine and medical practice? Maybe sometime we should ask a simple question to ourselves. How does it fit into existing medical practice? Ideally, we should not, or better not, modify the existing medical practice if we want a product that will be accepted fast, developed fast, and that will reach the patient and market. But most of the time, it's not possible, so a minimum modification is better. If we just go back for a while and think about the MRI development, look at the time that this new technology, very important for patients today, took to bring to be really widely developed and used. So I think that sometimes a good technical solution may not be manageable, not even in terms of development or technological bottleneck, but that by the entire healthcare system. Having a technical solution doesn't mean you have a product. It's very important, therefore, to listen to people, listen to stakeholders, listen to people that will pay for the product, that will use the product, the patient, the industry, the regulatory bodies, everyone. And doing so, we will be able to bring more nanomedicine products to the market. Manufacturing. This is a huge part, not only in nanomedicine, but in every healthcare development. Why? Because that's very difficult to anticipate from a single prototype what this will be on the market. And in most of the projects I have seen from the FP7 or other EU-funded projects, let's say that 2/3 of the project, this question of manufacturing was not in the project, not even thought about it. And that's very dangerous, because we know that sometimes for that kind of problem, manufacturing, a project can be killed. If you cannot manufacture the product, there is no development, no product on market. So it's very important, even at the early stage, to think about how am I going to manufacture the product, not only now, but later when it will be on the market. And that's very important. And this expertise, sometimes you don't have to have it at home, because there is a number of CROs that today can manufacture nanoparticles, and they maybe should be inserted at the early stage of the development.